Hello guys, today we're gonna go through the faction talents, and they have swapped them around a bit this season, so let's just start with checking out, because where this boost is has actually changed on some factions. So I will show you them here as well, but let's go through them all. This one is actually really cool. When a battle starts, Hypogean descends from the sky and lands in front of the frontmost enemy, dealing damage equal to 170% of his attack to enemies within 2 tiles and stunning them for 1.5 seconds. Hypogean inherits 10% of team attack and 100% of team HP, along with an extra boost equal to 25% of the prime carrier's base attack and 70% of base max HP. So this is actually really cool. So you basically get a really tanky Hypogean when you're using fact talent that is Lightbearers, and the boost that's in between has basically stayed the same. Some stuff we see is new, like here we had haste last season, I believe, and now we have depth penetration instead. And going down on the left side with the skill upgrade, you increase the damage he does when he lands and also the stun duration. And on the right side, you increase how much stats he gets from the prime carrier. And the prime carrier is the one standing in the talent buff tile. And down here, you get a new skill effect upgrade. Heals Hypogean by an amount equal to 90% of the damage dealt by the prime carrier. And then we have another skill upgrade, so he stuns a bit longer, he deals more damage. He gets even higher boost by the one in the prime carrier. And then we have a new skill effect upgrade, and it reduces Hypogean's damage taken by 40% during battle, and the prime carrier recovers energy equal to 25% of Hypogean's energy on hit. And as you can see, between these stages, I forgot to mention it, but between these stages you can now see how many talents you need to activate across all factions to unlock it. But we also have season resonance requirements now as well. So you can't just go in and push, you also need the levels to do it. And it increases, so this have stayed the same, but we need 800 resonance. Down here we need 1000 resonance to go forward. But the rest of the requirements stayed the same. And then we have on all the factions this same, we still have the extra buff tile. Then we increases the stun duration and damage dealt, the amount he healed based on the damage dealt by the prime carrier, more of the stats. Here we have a cool one. Hypogean activates Epic Domination, increasing attack by 35% for himself and the prime carrier for 12 seconds. Like, that's really cool. So whoever you have on that prime carrier tile is gonna get such a damage boost. And down here, it increases how much reduced damage he takes, and also how much energy the prime carrier gets. Then you increase stun duration a bit more, and also the stat. Then we have Wilder. Allows the prime carrier to enter a concealed state when a battle starts. While concealed, the prime carrier becomes invincible and deals 18% increased damage with non-ultimate skills, lasting for 8 seconds. Each time a non-summoned ally is defeated, the concealed state duration is reduced by 3 seconds. So it's really important to not have weak allies when you're doing this, because then the prime carrier will lose that concealed state real quickly. And as you can see, the Wilder faction has stayed the same when it comes to the buff tile. And here it just increases the duration of the conceal. And here it increases the damage bonus you get with non-ultimate skills. Here allows the prime carrier to enter concealed state for 3 seconds after assisting or defeating a non-summoned enemy for the first time. So this is just for the first time. It won't be happening every time you kill someone. It's just for the first time. And remember, if someone dies, you will lose that state instantly as well, while it's active, of course. And the next one just increases concealed state even further and damage. Then we have a skill effect upgrade. After concealed state ends, grants the prime carrier a shield equal to 20% of the damage dealt while in concealed state, so you're getting a bit more tanky. Then we have the extra buff tile. Here we get increased duration. Here we get an upgrade actually. Allows the prime carrier to enter concealed state for... And this one was 3 seconds earlier. Now we get it to 4 seconds. After assisting or defeating a non-summoned enemy for the first time, it's increased 4 seconds instead. Here we just increase the damage once again. And here we have a skill upgrade. Allows the prime carrier's attacks to trigger special effects while in concealed state. When triggered, the prime carrier's attacks deals an extra 80% true damage and can stun the enemy for 0.5 seconds. This effect can be triggered once every 4 seconds on each prime carrier. So remember, we have 2 buff tiles, so we can have 2 prime carriers, and getting extra damage that is true damage can be really good. Then down here, it just increases shield value, the duration, and of course the damage while the state's lost. Then we have the Mauler faction, and this has changed a bit, so stay tuned. 4 seconds into a battle allows the prime carrier to mark the enemy that has dealt the most cumulative damage as prey. The prime carrier then teleports next to the prey, knocking them down while dealing 220% physical damage. This strike also knocks back enemies within 1 tile of the prey by 1 tile. The prime carrier takes 40% less damage from attacks by the prey. So if you thought Maulers was a PvP based faction before in the Ways of Intrigue, this is gonna change it even further. And here we have the first change in effects, and the buff tile for Maulers is actually on the front and not in the back line like everyone else. And here we increase the knockdown damage, and on the other side we increases the damage reduction against attacks from the prey. Then we have the first skill effect upgrade. Increases the prime carrier's life drain by 8, increases the life drain by an extra 5 for every 10% HP lost. Then we have some more knockdown damage, we have some more damage reduction. Then we have a skill effect upgrade again. Deals 50% physical damage to adjacent enemies time the prime carrier takes cumulative base damage from an enemy equal to 400% of the enemy's attack. Then we have the typical extra buff tile. Here we get some more knockdown damage. Here they increase the life drain, and nothing else changed there. Then more damage reduction. Here we have a skill effect upgrade. Increases all allies attack by 15% and their haste by 30 for 15 seconds whenever prime carrier's prey is defeated. This effect is active as long as the prime carrier remains in the battle. So if you manage to kill the prey, you get all allies get 15% attack and 30 haste, but if your prime carrier dies, it loses the effect. Then we get some more physical damage. Then we get some knockdown and some more damage reduction. Then we have Graveborn. When a battle starts, seizes the soul of the rearmost non-summoned enemy for the prime carrier, instantly causing the enemy to lose 45% HP, up to 800% of the prime carrier's attack, and stealing 6% of the enemy's attack over the next 15 seconds. The enemy gradually recovers, restoring their lost HP and eventually regaining their stolen attack. And as you can see, nothing has changed in this effect either. It's still on the backline. Here it increases the HP loss by the enemy, and here it increases the stolen attack from that enemy. Here we have the first skill effect upgrade. Allows the prime carrier to deal 18% more damage to the enemy whose soul they have seized until the enemy fully reclaims their soul. Here we get some more HP ratio loss, some more attack. Here we have a skill effect upgrade. If an enemy whose soul was seized is defeated, triggers a soul explosion that deals magic damage to surrounding enemies equal to 208% of the prime carrier's attack. Then we have the extra buff tile. We get some more HP loss ratio. Prime carrier deals 7% more damage to the enemy who they are targeting. With the seized soul, of course. More stolen. Here we have another skill effect upgrade. When seizing the soul of an enemy, granting the prime carrier a shield equal to 100% of the HP lost by that enemy, the shield value gradually decreases over 15 seconds and stop decreasing if that enemy is defeated. And here we get some more damage to surrounding enemies. They also increase the HP loss ratio once again, and then even stolen attack. Then lastly, we have Celestial and Hypogeans. When a battle starts, grants the prime carrier the Oracle Blessing, restoring the enemy by 320. Of the allies cost a total of 4 ultimates, grants the prime carrier with Divine Power, increasing their attack by 10% and max HP by 20. So on the left side, they increases how enemy is restored, and on the right side, it increases the attack and HP you get. Then we have the first skill upgrade. When a battle starts, restore 100 energy to all allies who were placed within 1 tile of the prime carrier during battle preparation. So everyone can get a bit of energy if they're placed close to the prime carrier. And this effect is also on the backline. I forgot to show it that, but that means you need to place your heroes next to them over here. Then we get some more energy recovery, we get some more stats, we have a skill effect upgrade, increases the damage of the prime carrier's first ultimate by 25%. So this is why I think Talene is really gonna pop off with still in Hypogean faction talent perhaps. Then we have extra buff tile, as usual. Here it increases how much energy you get. When a battle starts, it increases from 100 energy to 125 to allies instead. Here it increases the prime carrier's attack and AP bonus a bit more. Then we have another skill effect upgrade. Grants the prime carrier chaotic power. When the caster first ultimate, triggers a dark explosion in a 2-tile area with the most enemies, dealing 250% magic damage and causing the enemy's hit to lose 200 energy. Like, this is a really cool effect. Then here it increases the damage of the first ultimate to 30%, so you get 5 more %. And here it increases the energy restored in the start of a fight to 400. And lastly, we have the last attack and max HP bonus upgraded. I think there is a lot of things you can do in this season that you wouldn't be able to do in the last one, and them changing up every single faction and how they work is gonna play out really cool in my eyes. Like I said, here I believe you can do some really cool things with Talene. Here in the Mauler factions you can actually like melee units for once. Send them in properly. So Shakir, Seth, and heroes like him are probably gonna pop off like crazy. Here we can probably pop off with like Sylvina and heroes that you just wanna jump in. Being really cool. Like this one, while one speaks for itself, like putting Lily May in on that and making her even more invincible and boosting her damage even more is gonna be insane. And then we have the tank Hogan. Like this is probably more for AFK stages, if anything. But maybe someone can make a really tanky Hogan in PvP and that will help you somehow. I don't know. Leave your comments about the faction talents down below. I would like to see what you would do with these talents and what you think would be really good in the season going forward. But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.